peace, and love. It's your boy Chris Enlighten coming back again with some more spiritual vittles. And today I'm going in on joy. This is a good one, family. This is a good one. The reason being, everyone needs more joy in their life. We all need more joy. Joy is one of those things that's different from everyone. Joy is a learned behavior. Usually your environment or your upbringing gives you what tier of joy you can achieve. I come from a loving family. Everyone was peace, love, and light in my family for the most part. So I have a high joy level, more than most. But other people that I've known, spiritual family members, friends, and things like that, they weren't accustomed to the level of joy that I had growing up, and I see them having challenges with this. If you're someone that's having challenges with finding your joy, here are some tips to find your joy. A lot of people look for joy externally. That's the first level of achieving joy, looking for joy outside of yourself. It could be shopping, going out to eat, watching a good movie, traveling. Those are all things that are external from you that bring you joy in your life. The joy I'm talking about is the innate joy, the joy within. That's real joy. Because when you have joy within, everything externally and outwardly of you won't matter. It won't matter. It will not change your character, and it will not affect your joy. When you have a higher overview of reality, you start to see things differently. And when you develop a filter of joy, everything that you see will be filtered through your joy energy within. I see far too many people with a pessimistic filter on their reality. No matter what it is, they have a low vibratory view of it first, and then they have to find the joy within it. Me, on the other hand, I find joy within any situation. No matter how challenging the situation is, I look at how can I learn from that? How can I learn from that? I don't look at things from face value. That's how you disrupt your joy. When you love joy, when you really fight for joy, you really fight for it. The more you fight for joy, the more you tell joy, I respect you and want more of you. Watching the news, willingly cursing, hanging around negative people, doing negative things, you're telling joy I don't care about you. You're telling the frequency and energy of joy that I don't respect you. When you fight for joy, you fight to not be around negative people, family members, friends. You no longer curse. You stop listening to crazy music with bunch of detritus and curse words in it because you're fighting for your joy. People will think you're crazy, but that's fine. Only the people that succumb to the negativity will think you're crazy. And who cares what they think, because I think they're crazy. You know what I mean? Crazy's good when you have joy. When you have joy, because everything is funny to you. You know, when I was in the 5th grade, shout out to my teacher, Miss Dixon. She wrote a letter home to my mother saying, Chris finds everything funny. He doesn't take anything serious. And it wasn't that I found everything funny and didn't take things seriously. I just had a strong, innate joy about myself that no matter how challenging or disruptive the situation was, I laughed. I laughed. And for years, I would suppress my joy just to fit in. And over time, I realized that I was becoming a negative person. I was doing strange things just in order to fit in as a child. But as I became an adult, I realized, man, forget the world. I'm going to be me. Or I'm going to be myself. And that's what I did. That's what I did. Now I embrace joy. Joy and love and peace bellows out of me. My wife calls me the spiritual bully because I bully people into winning. Why? Because it brings me joy. Find your joy level. Some people find joy in mischievous things. If that brings you joy externally, do that until you can get it internally. Joy comes in waves and in levels. You have to master your level of joy. The best way for me, that I learned my joy was doing sun gazing. When you're looking up at the sun, when you're saying your mantras and praying to your higher self within the sun will start responding to you when it recognizes you as a divine being and that you have a high level of joy within. That's what happens. When you look at the sun, you start laughing and just feeling joy until it tingles, it'll start responding to you. That taught me how to get joy. I thought I had joy, but I was just used to embracing joy that was externally from me within. So family, if you're having problems with joy, try some of the things I've done. Read books that bring you joy. Watch movies that bring you joy. Whistle, sing, do whatever it is that brings you joy. I want you to fight for your joy because that's all that matters. That's all that matters, family. One thing that people may not be aware of is this. When you die or transcend, whatever your emotional content is within heightens. If you have a lot of joy, you have a heightened level of joy, and you're able to ascend to higher realms of reality. If you have a low level of joy, you will descend to lower levels of reality. That's why Buddhists were so peaceful, because they knew the energy and joy and how impactful it is on the afterlife. Whenever you do magic, whenever you want to manipulate the space-time continuum, you gotta have joy. You gotta have joy when you need to infuse joy in all your practices, all your magic, in order for it to work. If you infuse a lot of anger, you'll have a dark turnout. You'll have a dark turnout. So family, if you're having problems with joy, look at yourself in the mirror and laugh for 10 minutes straight. Most humans can't laugh for just 10 minutes straight. Something will happen where they will lose focus and no longer feel that joy. If you can go in the mirror in your bathroom today and laugh for 10 minutes straight, you found your joy level. It feels great. It feels wonderful. Everything around you is joyful because you have joy within. So on that note, peace and love, family. It's your boy Chris Enlighten. I can be reached every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on my hit radio show with my lovely wife, Divine Queen, 619-924-0835. Call us. Speak to me live. I'm here to help you. You can reach out to my email, thechrisenlighten@gmail.com. If you want a numerology reading, whatever you need, I'm here for you, family. So on that note, peace and love. Winning!